Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. Today's show is brought to you by RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. HSV Inside Out is also brought to you by Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club, Chairman's Circle, and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there. This is why you come to the village, to live or to visit. Quiet. Okay, true confession. There were some dogs down the street that were barking, so I had to wait until they got through. So there is that. And yes, we do have the scourge of all peace and quiet, just like every community does, the leaf blower. And there are lots of leaves here. But as I hit the record button, it is 6:23 Saturday night, October 26th, 2024. Back porch, 60 some odd degrees. Real quiet. It's real quiet. You know, the interesting thing is, for those of us that come from cities, the nights can be really noisy in the city, and they can be really noisy here. It's a different kind of noise. I remember when we first moved into the house, we opened the front door. It's dark. It's been dark for about 30 minutes, maybe an hour. And I opened the door, and just all of the noises of the night, the critter noise, peaceful but loud. And it's great. So here we are. We're probably less than 30 minutes away from dark, and it's really quiet, especially this time of year. So I just love it. Everybody that I know who's got either a back or a front porch or both. Some folks are really blessed with both. We kind of are. So our house, we have a vacant lot directly behind us, and that lot is owned by the people who live directly across the street from it. And this is a common you'll see this quite often here in the village. They purchased that lot because they wanted to be able to look out their front and see trees, see woods. We have one right behind us that's that lot. We have one then to one side of us because the exact same thing happened. The people across the street from that lot purchased the lot directly across the street from them so that they could kind of have some control over their view. They also own the lot directly in front of us. So they own the lot across the street from them and the one directly to their right. So they own a couple of lots. So it's great and wonderful when you've got neighbors that do that because, well, you kind of get to control your view via your neighbors. Yes, I get it. You're subject to maybe their whims to sell, or should something happen and they move. But these are the kinds of things that most everybody here gives some consideration to when it comes to buying or building a house here is, what's my view going to be? We had purchased a lot overlooking the lake that is the water supply for the village, Lake Lago. And yes, Lago is Spanish for lake. So technically the name of the lake is Lake. I don't know. I didn't name it. The advantage that we knew we would have if we built on that property was the view. The property ended at a certain point, and then I don't know how many yards, 20, give or take, was owned by the Property Owners Association, and that was all the way down to the water. So we knew there's never going to be anything built behind us. So that was a consideration. People who buy on golf courses or build houses on golf courses, if you're fortunate enough to find a vacant lot on a golf course, same thing. You know you're looking at a golf course, and you'll be looking at a golf course. And I rather like that. As a non-golfer, every Airbnb pretty much that we rented when we were visiting here was on a golf course, even though I don't golf. And that was the reason. I just kind of like looking at it. It's, it's pretty. Some downsides. There's downsides to everything. There are people that kind of like being close to the golf cart path. There are other people, they don't want to be that close to the golf cart path. They don't want people, that close to their property. Stray balls, depending on where you are on a golf course. So I hear these kinds of stories. And yet everybody who gives you a downside all say, oh, it's a no-brainer. Easy to be worth it. Lakefront properties. Again, you know what you're looking at least out the back. If you were on the lake and the people directly behind us, they're on a lake, and then there's a street, and then we're looking at this empty lot that is between their house and our house. So they did that so they could have the lake view out the back, trees and woods out the front view. So all these are considerations that you'll want to make when you visit here to consider buying or building a home. What's my view, and where is that view? There are people in the village that are in some pretty secluded areas, and that's what they want. There aren't that many houses, and everywhere you look, there are trees and there's woods. A true confession, that was my initial thought. My initial thought was, I kind of want to be out in the woods. Again, I'm an introvert who kind of looks like an extrovert. But I just, coming from a big city, I thought, yeah, that'd be nice. When we got the opportunity to purchase this house, it was a blessing that I didn't really foresee, and that is being in a community, being in a neighborhood. There are a number of houses that you'll see, and they may be the only house on the street. There may be one or two other houses on a street, and there's some advantages to that for sure. But I wouldn't have the sense of community and the neighbors if that was the route that we had chosen. I can promise you I'd be happy if that were the case, but it wouldn't have been quite what I had in mind, and it would not be the same experience as this. all of these are things to ponder and consider. So those of you that are retired or approaching retirement, those of you that are looking for the next place to land, these are all considerations. I know people can get really wrapped up about the pricing, and that's hugely important. I'm not diminishing that. But along with the price, I would encourage you to think about the value proposition of how you live your life. We are out here on the back patio every day. I'm out here multiple times a day, all year long. Rhonda's out here at least twice a day. We could be out front and we would have, a similar view. It's just obviously a little more private when you're at the back of the house. And you could think, well, I don't do that where I'm at. Well, I didn't either. I didn't either in the city. So you have to consider not just how you're living your life right now, but how you want to live your life once you get here. Because once you get here, there's opportunities that you don't have if you're like me, coming from a big city. So I love it out here. I just love it out here. There have been many times that I've just almost dozed off out here. And I do have a hammock. I don't have it out here. But if I had a hammock out here this time of year, I could sleep out here for sure. Just listening to the crickets and whatever else occupies these trees, and whatever makes sounds at night, is just, it lowers the blood pressure. I'm not a doctor, but it has to. It feels like it does. And I'm pretty zen anyway, but if a chill lifestyle is kind of what you're looking for, I can't recommend highly enough Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. I'm Randy Cantrell, but you knew that already. And if you didn't, now you do. The website is HSV, which is short for Hot Springs Village, not for that other thing. There is something else. There's a virus. I was confused too. HSV stands for Hot Springs Village. HSVInsideOut.com, or better yet, just go to HotSpringsVillageInsideOut.com and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're at 1,000 folks. We're at 1,000 people, and we've just now really kind of kicked in this whole video thing. So greatly appreciate you subscribing, and yeah, click that like button too while you're at it. Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Visit the website at HotSpringsVillageInsideOut.com.